Hello, children. This is a little hard for me to talk about because usually I do try to talk about things that I can make light of, but this is something that we cannot make light of. And I try to make videos where I get to sit down and discuss things that are going on in the African American community, that are going on in the gay community, that are going on in the African American gay and lesbian transgender community, and even in the world. But this particular issue is one that really pissed me off. It really, really pissed me off beyond words. I mean, I don't know where to start at with this. Okay, so I'm going to just break it down. Within the last few weeks, at least 5 gay boys, they've all been gay men, have committed suicide due to anti-gay bullying or taunting or something of that nature in their neighborhoods or on their college campuses or in their schools. And this is some shit that has to stop. Most recently, and this is the one that really pushed me over the edge, is Raymond Chase, who's 19, just killed himself a few days ago, and they still don't know the reason why. And then a couple weeks before that was Tyler Clementi. He's 18. He was at Rutgers. And then 4 other young men, ages 13 to 15 years old, Asher Brown, Sept, Jason Aberg, Billy Lucas, they all killed themselves due to anti-gay bullying and taunting. And this is some shit that has to stop. One thing that a few of my friends and somewhat myself were surprised about was that a couple of the victims have been African American or an ethnic minority. And a lot of people feel like this is something that cannot occur in minority communities. You know, growing up, there were times when I felt suicidal, you know, and the thing that my mother used to tell me, and I love my mother, she used to say, you know, you go ahead. She used to play. She used to think I was playing. She would say, you go ahead on and do it because I got insurance on you and that type of thing. But as she saw that it was more serious, she would say things like, black children don't kill themselves, which is not true. It does not matter what race you are, how old you are, where you're from. Sometimes, and everybody is not of a mental or emotional capacity that regardless of what happens, they cannot think about killing themselves or fall into a depression. We're human beings. It can happen, you know. But people have to look at the statistics. Gay and lesbian children are among the highest rate of suicide deaths in this country. And that says something. You know, one of the kids had, I guess, hooked up with a guy or something like that, and a couple of his roommates came in and they videotaped him doing whatever he was doing, and they broadcasted, they live streamed it on the internet. Trifling. The other boy, the most recent, Raymond Chase, who was 19, we still don't know what happened with him, and the other ones were bullied and taunted, and one of them came out to their coach, their PE coach, a day or something before they died. And this is really, really sad. And I think that we really have to open our eyes. You know, one thing that really makes me upset is that churches, pastors, still stand in pulpits and talk about how being gay is a sin, and you know, how people are wrong for being gay, and how it's a lifestyle choice and all those type of things. Let me tell you one thing, all right? And I can say this honestly as an out and proud black gay man. If there is one thing that could make you straight, it would be being gay, okay? Because all this shit that you put up with, all right? And I'm happy to say that I don't deal with, you know, a lot of the pastors getting in pulpits, because I will confront them, all right? If somebody calls me a faggot on the bus, I let them know I will whoop your ass. All right, and I know that that's not a productive thing to do. I know that that's not the proper thing to do, but we have to let them know this is not acceptable. You know, so more people need to start confronting pastors when they say these things in pulpits, when they hear about, you know, people getting taunted in schools and things. People need to stand up. Our youth need us, and it is time to progress beyond this ignorance, because it is affecting our young black, white, Latino, all kinds of different races. It's affecting our young men and women, gay and straight, black, white, whatever. We're being affected, and we need to do something to change that. I just wanted to talk about it because a lot of people don't understand this is serious. This is really, really serious. And until we go out and we start making the changes, we're going to keep losing our youth. And that's not something we need to do. Our youth are important, you know. It's really saddening. It is really, really saddening. And I realize it could have been me. I've been depressed and thought about killing myself and those type of things. I've had friends who thought about it, and the more that we let this go on, the more that we allow society to beat up on people, because society is built that way. Anything that's different, they make it a bad thing. If you're fat, you have to be skinny. If you have short hair, you have to get weave. If you're balding, Bosley Institute and all these different types of things. I mean, why can't we just be who we are and it be a beautiful thing? I'm asking you to look at these types of things and realize how serious it is. The list is getting longer. And until we stand up and make a change, it's going to continue. Just something for you to think about. Please subscribe, talk about it. Let's just work on a change. I love you all.